Lords, I rise with pleasure to follow the noble lady Baroness Neville-Rolfe and agree with almost everything she just said and very strongly back her amendment. And I think it's interesting the political spread we've just achieved across the House in that regard. I sat right through the last group of, I'm indebted to the noble lady Baroness Pennock for counting the 70 amendments that were in the last group, and listened to the very detailed and informative contributions, particularly from the noble Lord Young of Cookham and the noble Earl of Lytton. And I learnt a great deal about waterfalls. I'm still not entirely convinced that there isn't a solution to the if no one's left to pay, who's going to pay problem. But nonetheless, it's very, very clear that this is a really unusual bill and that we have very, very broad agreement on what we're trying to achieve. Perpetrator pays to ensure that innocent leaseholders, homeowners, who for no fault of their own have found themselves trapped in awful, incredibly stressful, dangerous circumstances, aren't the ones who ultimately suffer, and that the people who create the problem pay for it. But we really cannot be sure, I don't think, given the complexity of everything we've just done, that it's going to deliver, there won't be some unexpected hitches, problems along the way. And I very much agree with the noble lady Baroness Neville-Rolfe that 5 years is just too long. And indeed, the introduction from the noble lady Baroness Fox talking about the personal experience of being stuck out of a home, and some people are stuck in homes, also in awful situations, that 2 years is the right time, and to look at this all in the round. Now, this may be where I slightly part company with the two earlier speakers, but I think it's very clear, I think there is broad agreement that we have a huge problem, cultural problem in the building industry. And I should perhaps declare a historic interest as the daughter of a builder, and I knew quite a bit about the Australian building industry, and lots of the problems that I saw in that situation are very much magnified and intensified by economic developments of the last few decades. We have got mass house builders who are far better at being cash cows than they are at producing homes. We are trying to change this situation, change the whole culture of an industry, trying to get homes that are produced so that people have a secure, stable, affordable place to live. It's such an enormous change that we just cannot wait 5 years to review this, so I commend the noble lady Baroness Rolfe's amendment.